Connor.
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, pick up that guitar. Let's jam a little.
Alright, let's do it.
Season 6. Cheers to Season 6. What's up, everybody? Good morning. Good morning, Dalorian. Season 6 clap. Season 6 clap. Season 6 clap. We got the direct up on the big screen. Welcome to the first ever Channel 3 direct. I just cracked open a cold one. You want to see it? Here we go, Ian. This is what I got. This is my cold one. It is a seltzer water. I'm so very tired. The seltzer water is gonna refresh and power me through the rest of the day. Go Bengals, by the way. Kickoff's in about an hour and 8 minutes. How's everybody doing? We're gonna talk season 6 stuff. How's my audio? We got no echo today, right, Ian? Is the Castor Garden a good volume? Is it too loud? Let me know. I'm new to these
What, do you think you're a
season
better
6.
musician than me or something?
Or sorry, these directs. So let me talk about this. Ray and Dan and I were talking about doing the Channel 3 equivalent of a Nintendo Direct.
Yeah, I think it was
Just to build the hype around a new season. I freaking love new season launch days because everybody gets so excited about new features. I mean, we're deploying new features all the time, right? Every day, except for when we have code freezes. So it's like even the smallest feature can get some hype on season launch days. So we're going to go through what those new features are for you on this stream live. We're going to review technical features and answer questions you guys may have. This may lean more nerdy than marketing hype. And that's okay. We'll make these directs better and better. Eventually it'll be Ray and Dan hyping things up and not me droning on about code and platform foundational features and crap. Yeah. So it's 11:54. We are going to make the platform live at noon, as promised, noon EST, and you guys will be able to use it and follow along if you'd like as I review what we got going on. But let me share my screen. I want to first start, by showing you guys this. This is the survey results. Over 100 people filled out this survey. Props to you guys. I really appreciate it. I'm not going to read through all this. You guys are welcome to take a look if you want. First of all, the first big thing is that everyone who has filled this survey out has 3,000 XP already in their account for Season 6. You have that. Congratulations. You got 3 levels worth of stuff. Cool. I know everybody wanted the bonus XP, MC Logic, but the responses were very thoughtful as well, and I appreciate it. I will say that you only got the XP if you were logged in when it went down and you were able to complete the survey with your user ID. If you completed the survey and you didn't see your results, get with me and we'll talk about it because it did not track your user ID. Like, check this out. Somebody was just putting in more XP, more XP, more XP, XP. Thinking they'd get extra. No, you only get it the one time. All right, but looking through some of these responses, this column is marketing taglines, which I thought were brilliant. There's some really good stuff here. This one is tech stuff, and then this one's marketing. Marketing strategies or plans or ideas. Cool. In terms of taglines, I love these. There's some really good ones in here. There's a lot of talk about community full of gamers. There's a lot of use of the word gamers. What I was kind of wondering, how you guys would respond to this is, are you referring to yourselves as gamers or not? I've talked to some folks about that and how sometimes people who play video games, perhaps even especially younger people, don't really say like, I'm a gamer, right? That may come off as a little cringy perhaps, I don't know. So I was just wondering if you guys would do that. There's a good mix in here though. There's a lot of stuff about gamers though too, so I'm curious how you guys feel about that. Hanging game, hashtag hanging game. The terror that flaps in the night. That would be a good marketing tagline for Channel 3. I think that was from Darkwing Dag, which makes sense, you know. But these are all really good stuff. Thank you. My daughter just brought me a smoothie. That's Channel 3 Direct Fuel. But looking at the tech features, there's a lot of similarities and commonalities. A back button. That's a good one. That shows up a few times. Ability to submit your own gifts. I will say, that does exist. You just have to email it to Dan. And Season 7 gift collection starts now. So start thinking about what gifts you want of yourself in Season 7 and email this to Dan. There's a lot of voice chat stuff. Technically, that's a little complex, but definitely something we want to do for sure. Edit comment. You can edit comments. You can't edit chat. So yeah, I've seen edit chat a few times in here. That's good. There's a lot of chat reaction stuff, like being able to react to chat messages, things like that. Oh, this is one of my favorites. Some way to show I'm playing this. Come join me. So I'll say this is not a feature in Season 6, but that's a good one. Like that squad up, the LFG kind of thing. Just say, hey, I'm playing and I want somebody to join my squad. I love that. That's definitely something on my radar and something that would fit very nicely in that squad up nav item, right? There's talk of new mini games. I like that. I like that idea. That's good. Apex, just Apex exclamation points. That's cool. I support. Anyway, I will be looking through this in great detail. I will say that there are some of these things that are addressed in Season 6 that we're going to see in a second, but most of them are not, and we will continue to work towards those. Yeah, More XP is a great tech idea. An actual iPhone app. Working on it. That one's comes up a lot. Name prediction when posting on Android. I need to get that one working as well. All right, what time is it? 11:59. All right, so I'm gonna release Season 6 to you guys in a second. But if you look above my face cam here, these are the things that we're gonna be talking through on the Season 6 Direct. Those are the items of interest. Mick Italy. I didn't even get through all these. Mick Italy, I know I saw your name in there. You're definitely in there somewhere. But after I release the season, you'll see that you have 3,000 XP. If so, then you're good. You got it. Sorry, I'm cutting back to the screen because I need to grab some stuff off of my desktop so I know what to talk about. And I'm going to take off the redirect to Season 6's loading page. We'll do it live. It'd be hilarious if I break it. If I do this and it breaks, it's very possible. It's one of those things, the big red button released in Season 6. Dude, there needs to be like an easy button for that, right? There's not. I have to like deploy specific files to the server to release the season. Stupid, right? Stupid. All right. So, see my screen? This is Firefox. I'm logged in, I think, as my wife or as nobody. But if I go to the homepage, we're testing. Oh, season 6 is live. Congratulations. Welcome to season 6. We are in. Let's go. All right. So you're welcome to tune me out, play with season 6. But I'm going to tell you specifically the things that are new. This is the first time we've done this direct, and eventually it'll be like way more fanfare and exciting, and not like an overly tired me journeying on about stuff. But for now, we are going to work through this list, and I want to talk through stuff. Okay. So here I have the Channel 3 desktop app up, and I'm logged in as me. You see this background I have? I unlocked that at season 2 or level 200 of last season. I freaking love it. It's great. I love it. All right. Yeah, talk amongst yourselves. You guys are already finding out features. I know, because you're seeing your notifications. But let's first talk about bug fix stuff. So I just want to run through some of these. If I look at my chat before, there's a couple of bug fixes here, but if you had a public room like bugs or lobby that you had unmuted, those notification numbers were not rolling up into your total. Now they are. They are. Other things like if you had a post modal, sorry, again, very tech stuff, but if you had a post pop-up like from one of these, and you clicked it from your notifications, these trophies weren't sticking. They are now. They are now. So that's great. Other little things like quotes were having slashes when you saw them in the links on the homepage. Those are fixed. Remember when some of you have been tagged in chats and then you click on the chat and then it just takes you back to the homepage? That was because you were not part of the room that you tried to join. Usually because it's a club. That's handled more gracefully now. It'll tell you, hey, you're not part of this club. Join the club if you want. That's if that club is publicly visible. Okay. Security is honored always. There's some other, so that's bug fixes. There's more actually, more to it than that. There's a ton of bug fixes that went into this season. Lots. I'll say that in general, this season, yeah, the double escaped quotes, right? There's probably more spots for those InfoCynic, so alert me if there are, but we can squash those real fast. I'll say that in general, this season is very kind of structural. It's very, it sets the stage for a lot of cool stuff to come. It doesn't look like a ton different necessarily. But underneath, there's a lot of things that are significant that will that are really a game changer, even if they don't seem like it as we cover it today. All right, performance. So up there it says performance. There's some things for that. I think the biggest one probably is if you are to create a new post and you go to reactions. These guys. Previously, it was pulling full-size GIFs or GIFs, whatever you want. It's pulling full size, and those are the biggest file size things on the site. But for now, they're very optimized for performance. You can kind of see they're a little blurry. That's because there hardly any data, and it's much better performance-wise. All right, cool. Yeah, I see you guys are already finding stuff. It's cool. It's cool. We'll talk about it in a second. Oh, somebody says, I love the level 2 unlock. This is it. Check out Ray dropping the best new GIF on the site. Froggy firing the finger gun 1-ups. Ah, it's great. That's gonna get so much use. All right. Quality of life improvements. See, it says quality of life up there. These are minor things that do help longer term. And if any of these things spark ideas that you may have about other improvements you'd like to see, just holler. So, little stuff like if I open up Turbo, it's going to show the levels that I need to unlock first. So I'm going to go ahead and unlock level 1, which is playing through the pain in honor of our Season 5 XP champion, Jay Klein, and his leg injury. Playing through the pain with a crutch. That's a tagline that you're all going to get at level 1. But now you can see, when I open this up, the new boxes that I haven't opened yet are going to pop right there at the top instead of being buried down below. That always bothered me. Maybe it bothered you too. Now it's fixed. Let's see. I'm going to go to my profile. I'm going to go to posts, and I'm going to search by type image. I'm going to scroll down. I'm trying to find one that has multiple images. I actually don't use that so often. Hang on.
Hey, Connor.
I should have had these all queued up, right?
Guitar, let's jam a little.
Alright, let's do it.
Maybe I'll just go to the feed and look. All right, I'm looking for a post with multiple images. You guys might already know where this is headed. We don't use multiple images so much, do we? Hey, all right. Anyways, it doesn't matter. I'll just tell you guys what the feature is. The feature is now that if you have a post with multiple images, like you say this one, you now have an image modal. So like in Instagram, you have the carousel that you can swipe through, right? Previously, if there were 4 images here and you clicked one, it would open that one image in a new tab, and it wasn't very user friendly. Now it actually opens them all up into a media modal, and they'll all be stacked. So you'll be able to just scroll through and see all of those images all in one spot. Oh, here, we got one. Open this up. Thank you, MC Logic. All right. So see, there's 2 images here. And before, if you clicked one of them, it would open it up, just that image in a new tab. Now it opens them up, and it looks huge here on desktop, but on mobile, I promise, it'll look nice because it's going to fill your phone. And then you scroll down, and it's got both images stacked up on top of each other. So you can see the full-size image without having to open those things up in separate tabs. Thank you, MC Logic. Thank you. All right. I lost where I was. Cool. Quality of life. We're talking quality of life. That was view images and multiple. Other just little crap, right? Like if you go into the lobby chat, especially in mobile, this chat text box was only 1 line. And if you typed quite a bit and it carried into 2 lines, you couldn't see what was going on. This now automatically expands into at least 2 lines. And on mobile, it is so much better. I really wanted that. I've been wanting that for a while. Done. All right. Other little things, like if I go into my gamer include, which is this guy. So like if I go to, let's say, Squad Up Gamers, and I look at everybody's includes here. Let's check the people that I'm following. These are all gamer includes. It always bothered me that I would be able to see their lifetime XP, like Sean Speezy here, 1.8k, but I could not see their current season level. So now this LVL that's next to people, that'll show you their current season level, right? Lifetime XP, current season level. So if I look at mine, this is my lifetime, which is quite a bit. No big deal. That's a lot of XP. And I'm level 3 for this season, so you can quickly and easily see that stuff. The tunes are great, Froggy. This is Castor Garden. All right. So I want to start adding help tooltips in places. A lot of the things on Channel 3 I will acknowledge are very like insider. Meaning like if you don't know what it is, it's like, well, what is this thing, right? So this is just the first step to get to better help, support, and tooltips. But, for example, if you were to go into Turbo and you're looking at this and you're like, what is happening? I need more help for this. There's a question mark tooltip show hide situation in the top right on a lot of these modals. And when you do that, it'll explain what's going on. It's still quite a bit wordy and things like that, but eventually we'll get this more concise. And perhaps like if you're new to the site, it'll show you these things by default, or you can just completely hide them by default. But get the help that you need about like, when do seasons run, right? What is this season? All that stuff. That's quality of life. There's more quality of life improvements too, which you'll find sprinkled throughout, but those are the ones I wanted to talk about. Check out Castor Garden, who we're listening to, with his reaction GIF, which I love. Music to my ears. All right, now we're getting into the features. It's feature time. This is the fun part. First up, Bookmark Bar 2.0. Bookmark Bar 2.0. I'm on desktop here. Obviously, I'm looking at this on desktop. This applies to mobile as well, for sure. But let me just show you what this is. So if you're anywhere within Channel 3, let's say we're on the Rect League event page. This event starts tonight. Anywhere within Channel 3, click on this top left icon. Or if you're on mobile, sometimes this will say the name of the page. Either way, press the top left, and it will show you a breadcrumb navigation trail everywhere throughout the site. So this will show me how to get back to home. I can press that or click it on desktop. This is part of Play. Events, you can get back to events. You can go to that specific event or copy the link, whatever. We originally implemented this because of the copy link, so that's still there too. On mobile, it's a little clearer. It's got a background to it, but the copy link's right there. And then this guy's a back button. Yes, we need a back button because of the app, but now this button right here will function as your back button. So no matter where you are in the site, you can always use these things. If I'm on Gargada's page, home, squad up, gamers, Gargada, I can go to any of those, or I can go back. Cool. Chicken Bromain's like, what did I miss? You missed the launch of season 6. And we're just walking through some of the new features. You're welcome to explore. Dude, my C3's Twitch not showing live on. I can't remember why that is. I think it doesn't detect ourselves because it's checking off of Twitch's Channel 3's Twitch, and it doesn't self-detect that we're live. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. All right. Anyway, that's the bookmark bar. See, always anywhere within the app, click that guy. You can copy the link, and you can see the breadcrumb trail to go back or within whatever section you want. Right. So if I'm on Monster Hunter Rise, home, rate, games, Monster Hunter Rise. Right. If I am on, let's go into systems. If I'm on arcade, home, rate, systems, arcade. Super structured. We'll be using that structure in other places, but it really kind of solidifies this navigation that we have of rate, squad, play, you, turbo, all of those things. It's how it's going to work. That's Bookmark Bar 2.0. I really like it. All right, we're building up to some cooler things here. Content maturity. It just says maturity up there. Maturity. Yeah, back button was something people were asking for in that survey, everything. All right, but maturity. The thing that nobody has asked for, but us parents really want. Nobody's going to be like, hey, can we get some better content maturity filters? But now they exist. I really want Channel 3 to be best in class in terms of parents and their kids and moderation and all of that. We do not have problems with that currently. Everything's very positive and wholesome for the most part, like 99% of the time. But eventually, it's not going to be that way, and we'll need the tools to be able to make sure that what you see is what you want to see, and it's appropriate for your age. So, content maturity. So, if I go into my settings, and again, reminder, always click you. You can go to your profile, or you can use these things to edit your profile or go into your settings, change password. Settings, right? Here in settings, there is now a content rating filter. And you can default it to show all content or set it to hide mature content. Any post that is posted and is flagged as mature will be hidden from people who have hide mature content. That's how it works. This is the first step of many to make this a little bit more sophisticated, and it'll only get better, but this is a necessary thing. Example of mature content. So explicit language, violence, anything that's like M is for mature game should probably be flagged as mature. If you know anything that's just anything that would be classified in a video game setting as M is for mature, that should be mature. Continue posting wholesome stuff. I'll say that. If you're going to use curse words and stuff, you can self-flag your own post, and that is done right here, mature content. So if I'm like, holy crap, but I say something else, flag that as mature, and then post. And now you see it's got the mature flag on it. Alden's going to flag his mom as mature? I'm not really sure. I'm not sure. But yeah. So this is now flagged as mature, and if you had that mature content filter set, then it would show it as it would not show it to you. There's another question. HROSD, how does it get flagged? So you can self-flag it. Eventually there will be certain features that will auto-flag things that it knows are mature. And admins can currently flag things as mature and unflag things as mature. So if I'm on this post, I can remove mature flag. You guys won't see this, but Dan and Ray and I will. And eventually we'll be expanding moderator capabilities and roles and stuff, and there'll be other people that have that ability as well. I just want everybody to just acknowledge that in order for Channel 3 to remain positive, we're going to need some expert moderation capabilities, and we will have that. Yes, so MC Logic said, is this something you can retroactively go and flag something? Absolutely. Yep. That's exactly right. Oh, Alden's saying Alden's not explicit. He's very mature for his age, and we're proud of him. But yeah, we can go back through and retroactively flag things. Currently, I haven't done very much of that, but I will. There are all kinds of AI-driven moderation tools that have the ability to classify content in certain categories based on maturity or content, and we will use some of those things at some point. But for now, we do not. It's very manual. More to come. People are gonna freaking love this GIF. Froggy, you're gonna be famous, even more famous. Questions on content maturity. This is important to me. I hope you guys appreciate it. More to come on that. We'll get better and better on moderation capabilities. But I'll say I've been on social media like full time for a long time, and you see the worst of humanity, but you also see the best of humanity. And I have like a certain feeling about what moderation tools are important to me, and I really want to implement the best ones we can here on Channel 3. Of all of the platforms, I think Twitch has some really great moderation capabilities actually with their, set your level from 1 to 5 and things like that. So that's sort of a model that we might strive for. Okay. That's maturity. And now we're talking gamer nav. Gamer Nav. All right, chime in if you guys have questions about the new season as I go. We're going to talk Gamer Nav now. So let's check out Dennis's profile now. If I click on Dennis's profile, it will bring me here, and the default navigation right here is info. Okay, that's new, and this name may change. I don't love info. I feel like it should say like splash or home, or I don't really know. Maybe some gamer specific term. You guys holler. But check it out. Before it would show you posts, but also it would show some of these things like links, socials, and gamer tags above the nav, and then you had to scroll through that to get to the nav and then see the posts. Right? The nav was buried before, and now the nav's always going to be at the top, right underneath this object embed nav. This nav is very consistent now, and it will appear in the same style and format across objects. So if I were to go to Ori, it's the same format, right? Making those things consistent is going to be important so that we can continue to add to the nav and not feel overwhelming. But I also wanted to make sure that these socials and gamer tags are front and center, as well as other things that people might want to show off on their profile, like specifically taglines, right? So now it will show, like, I internally refer to it as like flair. It'll show you like your flair by default when you go to your page. I can go look at Dennis' post by clicking this, or by clicking the post icon up here, but it's going to show like all the important information for Dennis right here. Cool. Previously, taglines were visible, but only on desktop, and they would be in the right nav. Now, taglines show up on the main page. They show up on the main page, whether you're on desktop or on mobile, so you can see that. The bonus content that you get if you are on desktop is related gamers and related games. So now I can see for Dennis, it'll rotate and pull like 3 of Dennis's top games, and those are his related games. And related gamers will be gamers that Dennis interacts with a lot. That's currently how it works. It'll get more sophisticated with time. And if I go into trying to find a gamer, we'll just go to mine. It will show reaction GIFs as well on this page. Gamer Nav, again, like this is a foundational thing. It's set up to scale so that we have this like homepage concept for each object. So it becomes less confusing. This is a gamer's homepage, right? But if I go into like Mario Kart, the info tab for Mario Kart, this is like the game's homepage. And if it were to have a trailer, that would show up right here, front and center too. All right. Dennis is famous. Congratulations, Dennis, on your newfound fame. You appeared on the very first Channel 3 Direct. Okay, let's talk Game Stats 2.0. All right, I hope that you guys appreciate the magnitude of this next feature, Game Stats 2.0. So I want to talk about how Game Stats used to work. Game Stats previously, it started because we needed to have Rocket League MMR for the use in the TDG Tuesday tournament. So Garrett and I worked hand in hand on that to make sure that worked properly. All of those statistics, though, were stored in like a Rocket League stats table, and it was very kind of like hard-coded for that particular game. And then we added Halo Infinite, and then we added Fortnite. All of those things had their own stats table, and it wasn't very scalable. So we changed that this season, and it's extremely dynamic now, and we can build upon it. And we can essentially add game stats for any game. Any game in the Channel 3 library, we can add any stat. And then behind the scenes, we can configure that to be self-reported, allow users to report it, or allow admins or stats to report it on users, and eventually allow those stats to be updated by data feeds, APIs from the game, just like Rocket League Stat Tracker works, right? So let me show you how it works. Right now you can see I have my Fortnite rank. It's silver 1. I gotta update that. I'm plat, baby. I'm platinum 2, I think now. Gotta update that. And here's my Rocket League rank, platinum 2. I gotta update that too. But it'll pull my ranks. This is how it used to work before. That's how it was before. But now there are additional stats, and it's all consolidated, all in one place. So if I click on all stats, it'll show me all of those, or I can click stats right here. Gamers are all going to have this particular tab. You click on it, and it will show you the game stats that I have provided. So you guys already know that Mick Italy sees his Rocket League stats are off too. We're going to have to get these updated. We'll make sure that they're right. There was a data migration that occurred to get these things up to date. And we may need to tweak. Look forward to working with you on that, Mad Harry Rackham. All right. So if you go to your stats, you'll see any of the games for which you have stats for. Right now, I have Rocket League and I have Fortnite. Let's imagine that it has all sorts of games, whatever games that I have stats for, and they'll all be right here in one place. Those are my game stats. I also have leaderboards on the same page, and I can see all of the leaderboards that I show up on. And you can go navigate and see all of the leaderboards anyone shows up on. It's nice. All right. So on that info page, it showed ranks only. But here it's going to show all kinds of detailed stats. So I can see my Fortnite stats, I see my Rocket League ranks and MMRs all in one place, right? Gotta update. Italy, you're getting upgraded in your rank, buddy. So any of these stats you can click on, and it'll show you everyone's statistic for that particular one. You can click on this context, and you can say, "Show me history," and it will show you your historical data for that stat as it's changed over time within Channel 3. So you can see Mick Italy starting at plat or diamond or whatever, and then going up to grand. You'll be able to see that progression. Right now, again, this stuff is self-reported, but the vision for Channel 3 is it becomes the central, location for game stats. And once they're automated through a feed from the API, then this is just like Rocket League Stat Tracker, where you can see your rank over time. The beauty of it is, unlike Rocket League Stat Tracker, which is great for tracking stats, this will combine everything: your friends, your community, your clubs, your events, everything, and it'll all be in one place. So we can use these statistics to then drive events and quests and team formation and everything. That's the vision, right? So let's take this lifetime wins, 118. If I click on that stat, it will show me that stat, and then everyone in Channel 3 who has that stat, and then their results. Cool. You guys are probably already taking issue with these Fortnite numbers. This will be driven from a data API soon, and it was populated by that originally, but these aren't currently quite accurate, but you'll see those. All right, so then when you have that, you can go say all Fortnite stats, and then you can see them all on the Fortnite page. Cool. So let me show you the beauty of this. The magic really happens when you can take those stats and add a bunch more. Okay? So if I look at my profile, I went to edit profile, pulls this up. I can edit my profile. I can edit my game stats. Under game stats, we've already started to populate a ton of new fields and values. I think pretty much all of these are going to be ranks. So you can really flex your ranks in these games. If there are other ranked games or games that have very nice ranked systems, let me know, and we can add them. We can add them very easily, very easily. So somebody said Apex in the survey. I can click Apex, and I will be able to select my rank. Again, self-reported, say I'm bronze, I don't know. And then when I save that and I go back to my profile, bam, Apex is now showing my rank on that. So this is an opportunity to flex your ranks in whatever games you want. It's self-reported, but eventually these things will be used to form balanced teams, to do seedings and tournaments, to find out who you want to challenge in a duel, right? And we can add any stats you guys want. Self-reported for now, eventually API driven, right? We could add Mario Kart regional scores. We could even create our own Mario Kart ranking system. We'd be able to do that. All right. If there's a user with many ranks. Yeah, we can look at that, Buster. I'm down for that. I'm curious what people do with these. Go fill out the ranks that you have. I am willing to bet that most people play ranked in like a small number of games. There will be exceptions who play ranked in a lot of games, but I think a lot of people just have, a handful of ranks. One that's cool that I really want to see is Splatoon ranks. Somebody mentioned that one. So if you go into Splatoon, you can pick your rank. I want to see you guys' Splatoon ranks. What's Ganon Slayer? What's he ranked in Splatoon 3? Holler. All right. So guys, if there are other stats you want added, let me know. We can add them. We can track. We can compare. But that one was a big deal. That one was tricky to implement. And it could cause defects in the upcoming events that use ranks. So like on this Tuesday's the Dad Gaming tournament, we'll have to really test to make sure that works, because it'll be using this new rank structure. Yeah, set teams in exactly, G Shadow. Exactly. So like within Fortnite, I have these ranks, so I'm actually Plat 2. I can do that. And then on the back end, when we create events, we can say like use Fortnite MMR for team formation, and we would be able to use that for seeding within the event system. All right. Yeah, I mean you could currently self-mark yourself as being Unreal. It might not work to your advantage. Try to be as accurate as possible. We're on the honor system for now, but eventually those data APIs will drive that. But also when we have a better dual system with like laddering up and down, people may be challenging you, coming for your crown if you say you're Unreal. And don't get embarrassed. All right, that's Game Stats 2.0. I think that's all I want to talk about. That one I really can't understate. It's a big deal. All right, that's Game Stats. Taglines galore. I see you guys flexing these. You guys already have seen some of the tagline magic. We're on my page right now, so let's first talk about these guys. There is a new tagline rarity. It is light blue. Okay, Mick Italy, I'm going to forget that for sure, but maybe shoot me a message and remind me. But we can totally do that. I can configure that to be decimals. All right, back to these taglines. The new tagline rarity, this light blue, following the Fortnite rarity system, light blue is mythic. So we now have a light blue mythic rarity, brand new. This is the first time we've ever added a new rarity type. Mythic rarities are for accomplishments, accomplishment taglines. You guys won't necessarily care about this, but accomplishment taglines are automated. I know Dan and Ray care about this, and I do too. But the distribution of accomplishment taglines, these light blue rarities, are automated. So when you hit a certain threshold of whatever, it will send you out those. Oh, exotic. Sorry, you're right, Zonkbeat. Exotic. Yes, and that's what it's called, not mythic. Exotic. Right. So when you hit a certain threshold for these exotic accomplishment taglines, it will distribute that tagline to you automatically. That's how they work. We will accept requests for new accomplishment taglines. Just let us know. But we have a pretty good structure going on here for these, I think, so far. Let's dive into them. So, the first one that I have, I'm going to zoom in here. This 333k XP is for anyone who hits 333,000 XP lifetime. And we can see. So if I go into this, these 16 people have that tagline because they've hit it. So it automatically detects lifetime XP and it sends it to them. So if you cross that threshold of 333,000, the next day, because these run daily, you'll get that new tagline. Oh, look at Dan Tucker gifting Buster the sub. That's nice. Dan is gifted 61 subs. Amazing. Dan is truly the greatest of all time. So that's an example. 333,000 XP. Spoiler alert, but there will definitely be a 1 million XP tagline. You guys have any guesses on who's going to get there first? If we check out the leaderboard, lifetime XP, Darth Smeagol, 873,000 XP. He's coming up on it. So if he hits 1 million, he will get a 1 million XP accomplishment tagline. That's how they work. Let's look at the other ones. There's a certain structure to these where you can level up in certain areas. I have game NPC and game mini boss taglines, and if you click on any tagline, it'll tell you what you have to do to get that one. This one, you automatically earn the tagline by rating or reviewing 10 or more games. That's it. So only 10. That's why it's just NPC, right? It's just NPC. But if you rate or review 10 or more games, you'll automatically get this one. That's very easy to accomplish. If we go down and we look at game mini boss, 100 or more games. If you rate or review 100 or more games, you get game mini boss tagline. The next one up is boss. So it goes NPC, mini boss, boss. And you get the boss if you rate or review 1,000 or more. 1,000 or more games. There's already 3 people who have done that. Seth, Mace, Lego Dad. Seth, Mace, Lego Dad. So there you go. Rate or review 1,000 or more games and you'll get game boss. Very rare exotic tagline. Alright, so get to 1,000. Let's see this number go up this season. This same structure, NPC, mini boss, boss. That's going to be used in other places too. For example, Quest mini boss. So you earn Quest mini boss by completing 100 or more Channel 3 quests.
Yeah, what's up? Hey, pick up that guitar. Let's jam a little.
And I don't see Quest NPC. I think I may have skipped Quest NPC, but we'll get that added. You should get Quest NPC if you've done 10 or more quests, which is like a lot of people, right? And please be honest with your ratings. Don't just because rating the games is going to change your experience on Channel 3. If you rate a game 4 that you've never seen before, now you're going to start seeing that game show up in your content, and then you'll be like, man, my feed's all jacked up. So there you go. Yeah, there'll be an upgrade for Quest mini boss. So there is a Quest boss tagline, and I think it is 1,000 or more quests. I just don't think anybody has done it yet. Yeah, and Darth, you probably are close, but I don't see Quest NPC either. We'll have to get that one added as well. No worries, but we can add lots more of these things, so we'll keep talking it through. I really like these here since seasons tagline. So whenever you join, it'll automatically give you whichever season you joined in. So here since season 0, these are the people that joined before July 1st of last year. There's actually 128 people here that have that one. So yeah. All right, 790. Yeah. The thing about games is like they have a finite amount that they can go up to, but quests, we're going to be throwing those in left and right. Well, Dan and Ray are. There's lots of quests to be done, and there always will be for sure. So that'll be doable, Darth. Those are accomplishment, exotic, rarity taglines. Wear with pride. Buster, you've done 4 quests? You could do more than that. You can do more, Buster. Go to play, go to quests, and on this page it'll show you the daily, weekly, but then it'll show you the quests that it thinks that you would like the best. So try crank out some of those, man. Crank them out. Especially the ones that had the green numbers on there, because you get extra XP for those. Commander Nikki, here since season 4. You love to see it. In the grand scheme of things, season 4 is super early in the lifetime of Channel 3. All right, we're still talking taglines galore. We're still talking about it. The other thing I want to talk about, this is a big deal to me, this next tagline feature. I think this is cool. So, you know, when you win an event in a season, you get like S5 event winner tagline, or maybe you don't. Maybe you get S5 first eliminated tagline, like me. That's cool. But there's always that feeling of like, oh, I got S5. On top of you get like the S5 first eliminated, and you're like, well, I already have that one. I'm done. I don't need to worry about that anymore. Or you get like an S5 quest winner tagline, and you're like, oh, well, that's it. I don't need to worry about that anymore. Well, now taglines stack. Certain taglines stack, not all of them, but they stack. So if you win an event or a challenge, or you are first eliminated or whatever multiple times, when you get that tagline a second time, there'll be a little parentheses and then the number 2 in parentheses. You get a third time, it'll be 3, 4, 5, and so on. So you'll be able to flex on how many times you've won that tagline, right? Which is, it's a game changer to me, because like now I'm going to want to go out there and win the weekly challenges multiple times, because it just keeps incrementing, and that looks cool. So like, for example, just to test this, I gave myself podcast power tagline a second time because I was on the podcast twice. So this tagline is stackable, and now it'll say podcast power 2. Right? So down here, podcast power 2. So these are all the people that have been on the podcast, and they have that podcast tagline. But I think I'm the only one who has the podcast power 2. So you can see doing that for weekly challenges and stuff. Right. That is absolutely true, actually. You really should stack that podcast power tagline for every episode you've hosted. I love that. You should. You know, even taglines like C3CS Champion are stackable. That's a stackable tagline. Some taglines are stackable, some are not. Right. I believe in taglines. I love them. I love that you guys love them. So there's lots more that we can do with taglines. There's other things like I've made it so that everybody, when they create a Channel 3 account and join for the first time, they will get the gamer tagline. It's like, this is a new account, and it gets gamer and then here since tagline. Yeah, so everybody should have a tagline. I need to go back and give the gamer to everyone, but that's like the most basic one, right? Buster Boy. 0 times podcast power equals 0. So now tagline leaderboard. We don't yet, Darth, but that's very easy for me to implement. And now that I'm finally like getting through this season. I'll have time for some of those smaller changes that we can crank out for sure. If you see over here, this is a bug, but in Related Gamers, it's stacking all of these, but that's not right. Those shouldn't be stacked with 2. You see that 2 over there? So that's a bug. Oh, there will be bugs. Hydrate. This is the smoothie that my daughter brought me. All right, where are we? That was taglines galore. And now we're going to talk about publishers. I haven't seen anyone in the chat mention publishers yet. I think in the short term, this is going to be more of a headache than anything, but the value will be there. Longer term, the value will be there. The whole idea behind this publishers feature is that we want the Channel 3 video game library to be the most robust and accurate and comprehensive on the internets. There's Buster. He talked about it first. Give him the publisher first to talk about tagline. Just kidding. All right, so publishers. What that is it's additional information about games. So if I go to Mario Kart 8, it takes me to the post navigation. But if I go to info, check the home. Down here, I see developers and publishers for that video game. So what that means is Nintendo was the video game developer, the studio that designed, coded, and created that game. And then Nintendo was also the publishing company, the distribution company that distributed that game. So for Nintendo games, usually it's Nintendo is the developer and the publisher for the originals. But other games get a little bit more interesting. So if I go into games, I'm going to all, and I'm going to sort by most ratings. I have gone through and added this information for like the top 30 or so games. But let's just take Skyrim. Cool. So this game was developed by Bethesda Game Studios, published by Bethesda Softworks, and the engine is a creation engine. Okay, so that's just useful information about that game, right? But it will help you also to find related games, and it'll also help entice these game studios, publishers, development companies to join into Channel 3 and get their information out there for their games. Eventually we'll get there. So like Buster says, what do we do if a game's description is outdated? You can submit an admin alert to have us update that. We'll get more and more librarians over time who will be able to update that. I don't see it ever being a full-scale wiki type model where anyone can update the information. We want to have some authority over it, but we will have more librarians over time who can update that information. Let me show you some of the value of this. If I go back to, let's say, Apex, and I check info, I can see developers, Respawn, publishers is EA, and then here are some of the engines. Well, it's going to show me under related games that were developed using that engine or published by that publisher or developed by that developer, right? So you get started getting that informational linkage here within these related games. But then Respawn, as a publishing company, would be able to own their account. You can see now it says this notable organization or gamer is not yet on Channel 3. If this is you, claim your account because they've never logged in. So Respawn may wish to claim this account and then manage their games, all of which would be here. Cool. I don't think this is one of those things where everybody's going to be like, oh, that's amazing. I think the publishing companies would like it, development companies will like it, and eventually when this data is completely robust, search engines will like it, and this becomes that central location. So that when we do a partnership with somebody like Gearbox Publishing, when we did all of those game giveaways a month and a half ago, man, if we had this feature at that time, I could talk to that Gearbox publishing PR rep, like, yeah, give us all of the free game codes, and we'll have all your information for all your games on here. It'll really work out well. So that's that. If you guys want to peek behind the scenes, the man behind the curtain, I'm in the admin interface for this game. Librarians know this well, but if you're not a librarian, you may have never seen this. This is all of the information I can update on this game. So I can go down here and basic information, but I can also set an ESRB rating. We really should have one for this game. This is one of the older ones, that's why it doesn't have it. You can put that information in there. You can say it's like social links. You can say which systems it's on. And then here are the new things. Organizations. You can select who the developers were for that game, who the publishers were, which engines run that game. Okay. And then there's this other section. This isn't even used yet on the front end. It's not used at all. But as we add new games and as we backfill the old games, genres. So now you can go in there and select which genres this game is. So we're looking at Apex, Battle Royale, Esports, first-person shooter, free-to-play, all these tags that we can go in there and add. It's going to help build this web of games and make everything interconnected so we can all look at all that stuff. So that doesn't display on the front end yet, Darth, but it very easily could. And then the next step would be like to have a genre page, right? So, platformer, you'd have a platformer page and it would show you all of the platformer games. And then you'd be able to search by like most highly rated on Channel 3, the platformer games that your friends like, I realize that a lot of this information is in Steam already, but in this case, this is very platform agnostic, right? Completely independent of all that. And then it also has all of that content, all the quests, all the events and everything all linked together. I called it publishers above because I didn't want to give it away. It's way more than publishers. Publishers, developers, engines, genres, robust game library. That's what it's all about. Okay. One more thing. Who needs Steam on Channel 3? Yeah, exactly. Season 333. Whew. I'm scared. Volunteers for game librarian. I don't know. Dan, you want them to reach out directly or could submit an admin alert if you want to be a librarian. Would love to not have too many librarians. I don't want people to be a librarian just for the sake of it. It just becomes harder to manage. But if you can commit to doing a little bit of work each week, heck yeah. More. And we appreciate the heck out of you guys. All right. And look at just saying so I can saying not allowed to play Apex. Respect that decision, Dan. I respect it. Where are we? One more thing. But wait, there's more. I'm going in here to check my notes to see what those one more things are. This is what my note says. Implement Python script to issue monthly turbo rewards. Some of you have already seen this. But this has been something that's been requested many times. So now, when you go into Turbo, you can see all of your levels you need to unlock. Oh, and I gotta unlock this guy. I got to get that. It's a must-have. All right, but if you go into that Turbo, you see you got buy over here to buy Turbo. This is a little more simplified interface, but there's this new section, rewards. Got some coding being dropped. Rewards is a brand new section. Currently, there is only one reward type, but it's a good one. But eventually, you could get rewards outside of level unlocks. These are level unlocks, right? You would be able to get other rewards. So if I go into rewards, it'll show me what I got. The only type of reward that we currently have is random reaction. So how this works is every month on the first of the month,
Hey, Connor.
anyone who is currently turbo will get a random reaction issued to them. They'll get a random reaction issued to them each month. So today is October 1st. On November 1st, if you are turbo on that date, you will get a random reaction. And what this is that the ability to go back and unlock a previous season's reaction. When people are asking, like, how can I get this other reaction that I missed? This is how you do it. You can do this. It's going to be a random one. It'll be completely random from a previous season. If I click this, it tells me you already have all the reaction gifts. We'll let you hang on to that for now because I already have them all. I have all reaction gifts unlocked since the beginning. Most people don't. In fact, I don't think anybody else does. But maybe. Maybe Darth, do you? Darth says I have reward, but I can't redeem it. Oh, you have all of them. Ha! Good. Is this what it says? Is Darth, does it say this, though? Is that what it says? I just want to make sure. I think the bane of all developers' existence is when people say, it won't let me. Because you're like, what do you mean it won't let you? It won't let you. Okay, good. Just checking, Darth. Just making sure it says that. That's what it should say. Dan, actually, no. This is not Caster Garden's new EP. That's all in this question. This is the older one. This is Fueled by Friendship. I need to get the newer one on here. Whoa. All your base are belong to us. This page cannot be found. Darkwing, when did you get that and why? That's not good. Maybe message me. Let's take this offline. My brain hurty too, Dan. Brain hurty real bad.
What, do you think you're a better musician than me or something?
That's weird, Darkwing. I'll look into that for you.
Yeah, alright. Yeah.
There will be bugs. Oh yes, there will be bugs. All right. Anyway, I thought this was cool. This is people have been asking for this for a while. We'll figure out the bug, but after you already claimed it, it gives all your base are belong to us. Okay. I'll look into that. I'll get it fixed, guys. Anyway, we could have other reward types eventually, other than just the random monthly reaction. But the idea is that these are turbo rewards. If you're turbo, then you get like these rewards for various things. Yeah, here's where they will show up. U is your level rewards, and then level unlockables, whatever, and then rewards is like outside of the leveling up process. Okay, but wait, there's one more thing. There's one more thing. I feel like that's the true showmanship way of doing these things. God, this is the worst direct ever. This site sucks. I don't know what I'm doing. The one more thing is the ability to one-up chat messages. This was in the survey lots of times. People are asking for it. I know that this isn't like maybe the full featured version of what you might expect, but I will show it. So like I'm getting messages. Heather says, Mrs. Gargata says that she didn't get her XP. Remember the surveys, if you didn't have your username or your user ID, then you won't get it. I'll figure it out. All right, so check it out. See this? See these guys? One-ups are being thrown on chat messages. Sorry, had to sneeze. So one-ups are being thrown on the chat messages. That's right. So if you are on desktop or on mobile, actually, what you do is you click or press on the message itself, and then you can see it. Chat one-ups are currently worth XP as well. You can see Darth in the chat here asking. That is true. They are. They currently are. It can be adjusted at any time though, but currently they are worth 9 XP. It's true. I don't think that will be long term. There are ways to game that system that I don't really like, so for now they are worth 9 XP. Should be. Alright, but you click that to show and hide the 1-up if it hasn't been 1-upped before, and you can give it. If it already has been 1-upped before, then it'll be there, and you can give it. But you'll notice that these new messages that come in, you cannot give a 1-up to. Why? Well, it's a bit of a bug. I'm going to have to fix it. But if you want to 1-up things just like these context menus, then you will need to refresh. See how this context guy shows up, but only for the messages that I loaded on the page, and then the new ones don't? That's the exact same situation. So if I refresh this chat, now I can 1-up. Bam! 1-up this chat for reciprocal XP. See, Westy's way ahead of me. Westy knows what's up. He knows how to game the system. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That's why it's going to go away. But get your 1-up XP while you can. Ian coming in with everybody's favorite new reaction GIF. Scroll down. All right. And that's it. That's it for the season 6 direct. How you guys feel? Whoa. Trash Doc. Feeling good. Ultra legendary. I have never gotten Ultra Legendary Daily XP. Ever. It's tough to come by. That's it, guys. I'm so tired. I'm going to go watch the Bengals game. Keep your feedback coming. I got several bugs that I need to squash. I'm not scared. I'm not scared of bugs. Never feel bad about letting me know things aren't working, because I need that feedback to know what to fix. Matt Harry Rackham. That's it. That's all there is. And now, Garrett, we get to fix the Rocket League stat issues that come up on Tuesday. I hope there won't be any, but I bet there'll be some. Woo! That's it. First ever season 6, Channel 3 Direct in the bag. More to come. I love the beginning of New 6. I love seeing the new activity, all the huge volume of activity in the new season. I love it. As most of you may know, but if you click the play module down here at the bottom, or on the homepage on desktop down here at the bottom, this shows some health stats for the site. This one right here is the number of registered users, 2,150. This one right here shows the 1-ups in the past 24 hours, 3,421. This one shows the number of post impressions in the last 24 hours, at 20,000 post impressions in the last 24 hours. Watch these stats, guys. Now that season 6 is dropped, these are going to go up and up and up. Let's see how high we can get some of these numbers in the next 24 hours. Cool. All right, that's it, guys. I'm going to go scroll Channel 3 on my phone while I watch the Bengals game. I hope you guys have a good Sunday. Hit me up with feedback. Otherwise, I will see you on Channel 3. Thanks, guys. Happy season 6. Peace out.